swag of a prize fighter. The antithesis of a firefighter. Arsonist, I'm a fire rider. Instant flame like a firelighter. So special with shows, I live out my flows. Can't walk in my shoes, can't purchase my clothes. Ice in my veins, but I never froze. Picture perfect, but I never posed. As a juvenile, I knew I bounced back. Got rated, had a plan to get my ounce back. Use cheese as bait, that's a mousetrap. Let me to the right person to pounce at. They selling dreams, I'm pulling receipts. Full force, we can't be beat. Got a dirty mouth, but the flow so neat. Keep your 2 cents, talk is cheap.
You are now tuned into the Boxing Bros. I'm Caden and I'm here with my co-host. But first, I need to make this announcement. This is the 150th podcast of the Boxing Bros. Thank you for rocking with us. Also, it is the TBE's birthday. So happy birthday. Happy birthday. Love in the comment sections because we do multiple videos. And my co-host, introduce yourself.
You know what it is. It's the commissioner. The commissioner, $12 bill. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday, TVE, my man.
Hey, everybody. This is G, and I'm back. Happy born day to my son. I had to log in. I couldn't miss it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But
Daddy's on vacation, had to log in.
Yeah, y'all gotta forgive me, man. You know, apparently I don't look sexy enough to be on camera right now.
Yo, it's the 150th episode. You're not gonna show up on camera?
Yo, that show play me. Oh,
I got you, man. Show up for the fans.
Nah, man, maybe I.
He's here, he's present. So what are you talking about?
Yeah, man. Yo, this dude, you trying to think? You see that thing? I will fall for the okie doke, man. I got
He looking real smooth, like Michael Jackson on the Thriller album right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, TVE, you better watch your mouth before you get a birthday beat down, man.
You already got one, man.
Hey, you and I both know you ain't get one from me. So yeah, okay.
Yo, congrats on the 150th episode, bros. Like, it's been a grind, and I appreciate that we got here. And it's funny how the world works. That
hold on, time out, Ned. You didn't do the Ned intro, bro.
I'm about to.
Yo, let him cook though, G. That's on you, G. Hey,
pardon me.
That's you. You interrupted him too fast, G. Let my man. Yeah. Sorry, TVE. Go ahead, TVE.
It's just crazy how the 150th episode landed on my birthday. We get to celebrate both. So what up, world? It's the TBE. Happy birthday to me and happy 150th episode to my bros in the world. Yo, let's go, baby.
Yes, sir.
The first topic we're gonna discuss on Boxing Bros is Liam Smith gets beefy with Chris Eubank Jr. Yeah. But first, we're gonna dive into some of the buildup because it got personal in the buildup. The buildup was crazy. Liam Smith said some things which led to Eubank Jr. saying some things, and even Eubank Jr. posted on his social media saying it got personal. We're going to take a look at this.
Has anybody in this room ever seen you with a girl? Have you got something to tell us, really? Because you're 33. You said on the program, when you have kids. I know this is just for no laughs or nothing. Do you want to tell us something? You're putting pictures up in Neymar and limousines. Do you want to tell us something? Because nobody in this room has ever seen you with a woman.
Listen, my private life is my private life. You know, that's irrelevant. The boxing, but listen, I'm happy, I'm comfortable. I'm
if you're happy, and just tell us. It's not a dig.
What would you like to know?
So, have you got something to tell us? You want to tell us? You're 33. You're going on about you having kids. You've got to have a woman to have a kid, mate. Like, if you want to tell us something, nobody's ever seen you.
If you've got a personal question to ask me directly, then you can slide in my DMs, or you can do it right now. But
I'm not that type of way, mate. I like women.
You like women, huh?
Yes.
Wow.
Let's look at this a slightly different.
I used to think Tony Bellier was the biggest arsehole to come out of Liverpool, but I think at this stage now, Liam is definitely taking that number one spot. It's it's impressive.
Poor Tony taking some collateral there.
Come on, just tell them.
You're asking me if I'm gay. You're asking me about my beard and my hair.
It's because we're sitting here talking.
I have a great barber. I mean, I can introduce you to him if you want. You know,
Your barber tattooed your hair.
I don't know. If
Did
you,
your barber
if you wanna-
tattoo your hair?
If you want to get personal with it, if you want to get dark and personal with it, you know, talking about being gay and do I like girls, you know, I've been told by multiple sources that you cheat on your wife on the occasion, every occasion, you know. So
You've got a tattoo there, man.
let's
You've got
just
a
relax
did
on the
you be a
personal
transplant?
stuff, huh?
Transplant.
I'd rather be gay than a cheat. How about that?
You haven't got to miss anybody.
So that was the exchange between Chris Eubank Jr. and Liam Smith. You heard what they said, and then Liam Smith got the last laugh when he stopped Chris Eubank Jr. in the 4th round, I believe. And so I'm gonna turn it over to you, Conspira G. What's your reaction to the build up, the fight, everything?
In regards to the build up, I actually agree with Liam on this one. And the only reason why is because how Chris Eubank responded. I was like, hold on, what? Dude asked you, you know what I mean? Are you gay? You go, yeah, I'm happy. I said, that's good. No, that's just, and then it's not like, and then the dude went like even lower. It's just like, I mean, hey, if I'm sweet, you cheat on your wife, and it's like, yo, fam, come on, bro, like you petty right now. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I kind of felt like this is sad for both gentlemen, but
It was the petty Olympics.
Now, in regards to the fight, though, man, listen, man, yo, shout out to Liam, bro, because that was disgusting what he did to my man Chris, yo, and like, because at first I was like, round 1, I did give it to Liam, but then round 2 and 3, I gave it to Chris. You know, I felt like his jabs are faster, he was clean and slippery, but then, man, this dude just got too cocky, like. I don't know, man. This is like Chris Eubank Jr. is like a prime example of you don't play boxing. This dude was like, he's thinking he's too cool, and then next thing you know, he gets caught. He didn't know what to do, how to react. He immediately got up just to get beat down again, just so the ref called it. He's still trying to fight. I said, yo, this is bad, son. Like, I don't know, man. I felt bad for Chris to lose like that. And in that packed house, and I'll say this, man, shout out to the UK. They show love in their fights because that whole arena was lit. So the fact that anybody lose in that fight is going to be bad. But to lose in that magnitude, man, I don't know, man. Chris done messed up. You know what I mean? Like, this dude just had a horrible year. Like, man, I'm telling you, this dude struggled to make weight with the dude Conor Benn, then Conor Benn, drug cheat. And now this dude's getting beat by the smaller man. Like, I don't know. And this guy's talking about he won a Triple G. Yeah, all right. You know what I mean? But salute to Liam, man. They said he's gonna hopefully activate the rematch clause. I think his second go around will be a lot better. But I'm be honest, I don't think he should have Roy Jones in his corner for that one. Because I think he tries to emulate Roy Jones too much. When it's like, nah, bro, get back to the boxing fundamentals. Don't try to be like the superb athlete, thinking you that nice, defense is horrible, and you getting caught like that. It makes no sense to me, man. Especially at this level, at his age, that's just carelessness, man. But hey, salute to Chris Eubank Jr. Yo, you'll be all right.
All right. Dollar bill.
Where do I start? Okay, where do I start? Like, do you want to start at the build up? All right, the build up to the fight. Okay. The press conference, petty. Yes, it was very, very petty. But I think that if we're talking about who won the press conference, it's pretty cut and dry that Beefy, you know what I'm saying, won that, especially because of the way that Chris had to go low. He had to go real low. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just talking about Beefy, you know what I'm saying? Well, you used to be chubby or something, talk about him. You know what I'm saying? You got knocked out by, and I'm going to knock you out like he did. And he could have dissed him, but he went personal, brought his wife into it, talking about you cheat on your wife. And that's what led into the fight and what happened.
It was a setup for him too, Dollar Bill.
It was just, yeah.
When he said he was gay, he could have said, "You're right, I am, and I'm gonna make you mine."
Yeah. Yeah. And he didn't. And He let it get to him, and this is what I was saying. Like, Beefy wanted this fight. He been calling for this fight. He's seen something. He was like, "There's no way." He been in there with better fighters. Yeah, he got stopped by Canelo, but that's the only person he got stopped by. He had other losses. He had 3 losses altogether, 2 by undefeated fighters. You know what I'm saying? So, look, he's been in there with better opposition. He felt there was no way that he can lose. He wanted this fight. And he showed and proved, especially you bringing his wife. I'm sure his wife was like, "What is he talking about?" So now he got to hear his wife. You know what I'm saying? So he had to go in there and put the pause on him. But alluding to what G was saying, I totally agree that Roy Jones is not a good fit, especially when he's trying to emulate Roy Jones' style. I seemed like he was trying to be Roy Jones in there. Even when he got hit, you know, he didn't put his hands up to defend himself. He was still trying to move around and stuff, still getting caught with the right hand and the uppercut and everything else. Even when he got up, he looked like Roy Jones. When Roy Jones got knocked up, he was sitting there comfortable before he went back down there. He actually looked like Roy with that too. So maybe Roy Jones.
No, you said he looked like Roy against Tama and Glenn Johnson.
I feel like, shout out to Beefy. You know, he went in there and he did what he was supposed to do. I know Chris was struggling to make 160. I know they're probably going to use that as an excuse, or maybe not. But look, I hope they do it again. You know, if not, let Beefy get a shot. Give him some money. Let him get a shot at some money and go against Triple G, because he deserves it, man. He's a warrior. And he always goes out there and gives 100%. He always gives his all. So shout out to him and his family.
All right, TBE.
That build-up, it did get petty. It got a little petty in there. You know, Liam took the low road, and Chris was, "I'm gonna take the lower road. You want to come at me like that? I'm gonna expose your business." So for me, I feel Chris was a little bothered, but Chris, you got to bounce back. Like, that knockout was especially in the 4th round. You know, it didn't go the distance where you got knocked out and like y'all was going at it 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 rounds. It's the 4th round, and the man put you on your butt twice. So I say the person who won this beef was Liam. Liam got him. Liam could talk all the smoke. Liam could say whatever he want at this point. But that knockout was pretty vicious, man. You was doing your thing. It was a tied fight before that 4th round, and that knockout was vicious. That I expect that from Chris Eubank. That surprised me. And you let the man who called you. I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say, but you let the man. You let the man.
That was G's fault right there. Go ahead, TB.
You let the man disrespect your well, you know, it's 2023. Be free, man. If his sexuality don't matter to me, but Liam got it.
Yo, check it out. This is so crazy because I know why you actually got tongue-tied, Ned, because I thought of a million jokes, like, when I first saw this, like, yo, just crazy stuff. First of all, right, think about this. Liam Smith's nickname is Beefy, first of all. Beefy is accusing or just throwing out there saying, "Hey, Chris Eubank Jr., we never seen you with a girl. Like, what's up?" And then when they asked Chris Eubank Jr. about Beefy, he said, "He's a piece of meat and I can cook him up and have him any way I want to." That's what he actually said. So I'm just sitting there thinking of like the little in between like jokes and material from this that's just crazy. But getting to the press conference, right? I think it was unfortunate, and both of these gentlemen came out looking bad. If you listen to what Liam Smith actually said, he said no dig. Like, he's not taking a dig at Chris Eubank Jr. He was just saying, Chris Eubank Jr., you always talk about women, but we never see you with any. He wasn't saying there was anything wrong with being gay. He was just saying, why do you portray yourself a certain way if that's not the lifestyle that you're living? So Liam Smith wasn't trying to bash anyone for being gay. He was trying to say, you're living a fake lifestyle. You're presenting a fake lifestyle. But what ended up happening around social media was it was perceived as he was bashing Chris Eubank Jr. for being gay, if he is actually gay, or not. We don't really know. The one thing I would say to Liam Smith, though, and womanizers know this, it's actually a skill to not be seen with women. It's a skill. It's also a privilege for a woman to be seen with you when you dabble in that lifestyle. So that's one thing Beefy needs to understand. So just because you don't see him with them doesn't mean he's not with them, right? So that's just something that you got to understand. And I'm gonna be real, since we're being real, Beefy's not much of a looker. So I'm sure, like, everywhere he goes, women aren't like just handing him panties. You know what I'm saying? So I don't and plus he's married, so that there goes another thing. So I don't expect him to understand the Chris Eubank type of lifestyle, but I don't think that he was disrespecting Chris Eubank, or our brother, I should say, anyone for being gay. He was just calling Chris Eubank Jr. a phony because no one's ever seen him with women, and he claims to be a womanizer. Although he may really be that, and that's why you never see him with women, because he's doing his thing and he's not allowing them to be seen with him. Plus, he's a superstar, so any woman seen with him automatically levels up on their thing. So however he does it, or maybe it is true, but my point is, he wasn't bashing him for being gay. He was bashing him for being a fraud, which is something completely different. But because it involved the LGBTQ plus community, people automatically took it as gay bashing, but still was not the best thing to do on Liam's part. Now let's get to Chris Eubank Jr. Bro, there's bro code. There is
Exactly.
bro code.
He lost the battle. That was like when Jay-Z mentioned the baby seat. You know what I'm saying? You lost the battle.
Yeah. Like, so a few things. You're foolish if you think women don't have women code. And you're foolish if you think women don't be out there doing what they do and them and their girls like help each other. Like, so one,
what do you think they doing on them girl trips?
So say, like, you're foolish. You're foolish. And like Tyrese has this song called "I'm the Other Man" with your woman. Hey, listen, bro. Sometimes
down low.
Hey, yeah. Yeah. Like Nelly, remember, like Nelly, I used to pride myself on being the other man. Now I'm flipping, I don't want you with no other man. Hey, dog, sometimes take it from the other man. Sometimes there's another man. All I'm trying to say is, like, what you need to do is realize that people's business is people's business. People's relationship is people's relationship. So you need to stay up out of that. You're fighting Beefy. He's the superstar, not his wife. And the dig that you took put his wife on the hot seat. And she had nothing to do with it. She wasn't the one accusing you of being gay. She wasn't the one calling you out. She's not the one fighting you. You know what I mean? Maybe he was even a little mad because she said you was handsome or something. You know, she was like, you know, it's a shame what you're going to do to him because he's not a bad looking fella. And Beefy was like, oh, really? Well, you know, no one's ever seen him with a girl before. So your chances
you ain't got a chance.
All right. I know, but you know, for real, what you did was you involved someone who had nothing to do with the fight. You could have taken shots at Beefy and just left it at that. Like you could have said, you know what, and you've been seen with too many women, if you know what I'm saying, and you could have just left it at that. But you had to put the punchline on his wife. And like Trill said, the way you said that, even if you was capping, even if it was Kizzy, right? You know that when he went home, she was sitting there waiting, like, explain yourself. He was like, we were just throwing jokes. I really don't think Chris Eubank Jr. is gay. I don't. We was just selling the fight. Now to the fight. Everyone's already called it correctly. Roy Jones could fight that way in his prime because he was just an otherworldly athlete. Once Roy Jones slowed down and he was the same as everyone else, he got knocked out by everyone else because he couldn't win using his own style when he wasn't supremely athletic. There's a reason people don't hire Roy Jones to teach them how to fight, unless they're delusional, right? 30%, 40%, 50%, all this track. Roy Jones couldn't win using his style when he lost his athleticism. Meanwhile, his contemporaries like Bernard Hopkins was still beating younger, fresher fighters because he was so technically sound. If anything, you should realize if you want longevity in the sport, you need technique. Even if you're a freakish athlete, Manny Pacquiao, freakish athlete, but he mixed that with technical skills, which allowed him to excel later on. You can't be in there trying to do all this BS. What do you think? Bro, someone's going to hit you at some point. Good boxers are going to hit you at some point. It just so happened it took Beefy 4 rounds. Conor Benn, that's why I was picking Conor Benn in that fight before I knew he was, loading up. But even still, I was picking him because I figured he's going to hit you at some point. You trying to be Roy. You can't implement that style unless you're superior athletically to the opponent in front of you. And he wasn't. And he found that out the hard way. And even still, he's saying, oh, it was a once-in-a-lifetime punch. That's what Eubank is saying about what happened to him. It was a once-in-a-lifetime punch. That way of thinking is going to get you knocked out in the next fight. But, it was entertaining. I was entertained. They did cross some lines. But the beauty of this sport is they squashed it in the ring, said the buildup was the buildup. It was nothing personal. They hugged it out. And we'll see. But if the rematch comes around, we'll see if they build it back up again.
150. You already know what it is. It's the Boxing Bros. Please like and subscribe. Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. We're the Boxing Bros. Happy birthday, TBE.